Man, look at her. So lazy. This is why I said you want to buy anything you want to buy before you go to that dungeon. Because everyone's dead. That is a good hypothesis. Yep. If he's a god emperor. Yep. Awesome. We did capture you. We had you tied up. You were tied up. You were captured. Why are you gonna argue? You were tied up. Yes, it shouldn't be hard to get to the Empire. Oh my god. Yes, we should. We had her tied up. That is the definition of captured. What? Yep. Ursula's back. And Dace is with him. So, him, her, it. I love this. I guess it takes a little while for the armor to wake back up. So now we have a full rack of party members. Our group of 6. So now, Ursula's conversations will be a little less confusing. So anyway, now we need to go to Mount Wright. first, let me show you my party. Let me show you my party. So anyway, we have Ursula. Ursula is... Oh, first, because I will forget. Flame Sword. Boom! 2 hit. 35 attack power. Yes! So good. It is fire elemental, so do be careful and keep that in mind. Alright, Ursula uses guns. She has 3 kinds of guns. She has 1-hit guns, she has plus 1-hit guns, and she has attack all weapons. She comes with the scatter shot, which is an attack all weapons. Most of her attack all weapons are actually fire elemental, so I want to keep that in mind. Comes with some combat boots, so she's got very decent stats. Her stats are very similar to Sias, so except of course she's got higher wisdom. Not as high as Nina, but high enough. She's very all around. You can pretty much build her how you like. Typically, I just use her for combos. Terms of magic, and that's not what I want to do. I'm going to set up camp, talk to everybody, save, and quit. Oh, check on my fairies. We'll check on the fairies first. Yes, I do. House is complete. New job available in, which is useless. Land area increased and had 3 births. Alright. Cool. Got weapons. Now, the way the weapon shops work in this game, and item shops, is fairies have personalities. It's not like the previous game where you could pick what kind when you create the shop. You can sort of do that here, but let's see. You're going in the shop. You go hunting. You go hunting. Basically, you get a fairy's... Let's see. You get a fairy's personality. So we had a diligent fairy, an ordinary fairy, an odd... We do have an odd fairy. So, and lazy. There's 4 personalities. Diligent, ordinary, odd, and lazy. Depending on what personality the fairy has, you will get different stuff. If you'll give me just a second, I will actually talk about that. Alright, sorry about that. I had to get my notes on the fairies. So anyway, depending on... we have access to the items in the arm shops, and I probably had access to them a little before. I think they're actually... You don't have to do anything to get them. You just have to have a house. But anyway, depending on what you do... the fairies are, depending on what their personality is, they sell different things. For the item shops, each fairy kind of specializes in things. The normal fairy, basically they kind of all start with similar stuff, but it's the stuff they get when they're completely done that you really want. And by the way, you don't have to use multiple houses to make multiple shops. You could put up to 3 fairies in a house. So, notable things: the odd fairies sell attack items. So they start with like Molotovs and electrodes, and they can sell void spheres, dynamite, icicles, napalm, tasers, and the last thing they sell is Belladonna, which casts the death spell. Mostly useless. I never do an odd fairy for items. The Ordinary Fairy and the Diligent Fairy have very similar stocks. In fact, their stuff is identical up until like the 4th or the 5th item they sell. The Ordinary Fairy sells vitamins, a vitamin, where the Diligent Fairy sells a bamboo rod. So if you didn't get the bamboo rod from the bird, this is where you get one. After that, the Ordinary Fairy sells wisdom seeds, multivitamin, and multivitamin and vitamins, which heals your entire party. Very, very, very good. The Diligent Fairy then sells vitamin, wisdom seed, and multivitamins. If you have a bamboo rod, skip the Diligent Fairy and just go ahead and put an Ordinary Fairy in there. Now, the Lazy Fairy sells, well, honestly, crap. Unless you're going to go and start farming, which I'm probably not going to talk about farming. Basically, you take stuff that can be used as fertilizer, bird drops, rotten meat, scorched rice. You get those from various places. You take those and you put them on a tree here, and then fruit grows after so many battles, and the fruit and the seeds and fruit do different things. Things like raise your defense, raise your fire resistance. It's kind of like the shots from Breath of Fire 3. They last until you until you rest. Can be useful, but the really good ones are so hard to get that I really don't find it worthwhile. However, the other stuff they sell are status-inducing items, knockout gas, flash grenades, poison, powder, mouth gags. However, the ultimate item that the Lazy Fairy sells are spoons. Spoons are a fishing lure that will attract any fish, assuming you do the proper tech. Now, they don't have any attract on themselves, so you have to do techs to get spoons to hook fish. But if you're good with the techs, and I'll have to practice again, I'm going to have to start fishing here soon. But if you get good with the techs, then spoons are the way to go, baby. So yeah, so right now I'm probably going to do, let me go ahead and get, find an ordinary you, Lenny. What is free? What are you? You're Diligent. That sucks. So anyway, weapon shops, by the way, the Ordinary Fairy, they all honestly sell decent stuff. The Odd Fairy, just by the way, sells manly clothes as the first item. And then some accessories. So you do want to try, and you can go and get those. The last 4 accessories she sells are the wards, one for each element. They can be useful, although they're really not needed. The Ordinary Fairy sells just a mix of things. I'm trying to find it. I think it might be the Taegum. The Ordinary Fairy, one of the fairies, and I think it's the Ordinary, sells a really good sword for Sias. The Taegum, the 3rd item she gets. And then the Stunner, which is a gun for... the ultimate item she sells is the Stunner, which is a gun for Ursula, which I think it only hits one person. Ouch. Diligent Fairy sells accessories. So yeah, I do want that Diligent Fairy for my weapon shop. The Diligent Fairy starts with crap, but they sell speed boots, wisdom rings, and other things like that. Winged boots, Titan's boots. So very nice. Those wisdom rings are very, very nice for Ursula. Well, if you're going for a magical Ursula, very good. If you're going for physical Ursula, you might want to do like a Titan's boots or maybe something else. I don't remember what the winged boots do, because the speed boots raise your speed. The wisdom ring's really good for Nina, really good for Urshan. The lazy fairy is the one that you really want to get. You really want a lazy fairy to get a weapon shop, because the ultimate item that they sell are shaman's rings, which reduce, the cost of stuff. You want to at least get one for Ryu. So, we're going to do that. I want to make this into an arm shop. I want to make this into an item shop. Diligent, you're diligent. So, I want you in the weapon shop so I can get my wisdom rings. I'm going to skip out on the Tagum. Like I said, it's a decent weapon for Sias, but by the time I can get... By the time I can get the fairy to sell the Tagum, I'll probably be about the point where I'm ready to go fishing, and at which point I'll just fish up a better weapon for Sias. I'm not going for the render. Is it the render? Whatever, the one that sells for 99 stamps. But there's another one that, of course, you can fish up that's very good. Let's see. So, I have a diligent, and I need a lazy fairy. So, find myself a lazy fairy. Lazy, ordinary, odd, diligent. You were lazy. I got you plowing. You're my only lazy fairy, so put you in here. Alright. Now for my item shop, don't need a lazy fairy. Like I said, I'm not... I could go for the spoons, but I'm really not that big of as big a fan as in the fishing of this game. The thing about that I really hold against the fishing in this game is the first. It's not so bad once you get to some of the later ones, but the angles in some of these fishing places suck so much, and it just kills it. That first river spot you come to comes to immediate mind. Oh my god, the angle, the camera there is so... You can't see hardly anything. It's so irritating. I like Breath of Fire 3's fishing better because it's just, you just go in, you get your map, you fish. It's relaxing, cathartic. You ain't got to go hunting for the fish. You can see the fish. And, yeah, it's just nice. It's quick and easy and relaxing. So, but anyway, for this item shop, I need an ordinary fairy, so... Okay, no, there we go. Info. Ordinary fairy. You! Do I have a different ordinary fairy? You. Shy. You. Get in there. Alright, now, ordinary fairies, in my opinion, are the best item shops in the game. They sell they sell ammonias, which all item shops are, but they sell... You come to your fairy, and you can max out your healing herbs, your antidotes, your panceas, your ammonias, your vitamins, you can buy wisdom seeds, which is really good. You can buy multivitamins, which is really good, and then you can get the awesome vitamins, multiple, which heal your entire party. It's very nice. So anyway, this is the item shop. Show you what they sell. Yeah, they just sell healing herbs. Right now, we gotta come back later. So anyway, that's my fairy shop, and I need to get to bed because it is several hours past when I should... About 3 hours past when I normally go to bed. I'm in trouble. Well, anyway, we could talk. I got a few minutes. Get back to Hesperia. Now, from this point on, we can actually go and find all the dragons. Now, we can't get them all because some of them are on the other continent, but we can actually get the ones on this continent. As soon as we get down from the mountain, which will happen next time, we're going to go ahead and rest. Let's see, do I want... No, we'll save in a minute. Do I want to do... Before I go, I need to put... Because I will forget to do this. Alright, Ursula... Do I want a magical Ursula or a physical Ursula? Magical or physical? Magical or physical? Let's go with a physical Ursula. Last time I played the game, I did a magical one. So we'll do physical this time. Save. She makes a very good physical character just because of her wide variety of... Ursula is kind of like Pico in that... Obviously, she doesn't start at level 1, so, you know, that... But, she can kind of be built any way you want her to be. If you want her to be a spellcaster, she's got lots of really good spells, which I'll show you now. I mean, she knows fire spells and earth. She's a major firecaster with a minor in earth and wind. She knows some. She'll learn some wind spells. And she learns the level 2 wind spells. So that's pretty good. I mean, she learns Cyclone and she knows Rock Blast, so she's got really good attack all capabilities. Fire Blast hits everyone, and so it's very nice. But she learns the level 3 fire spells. She's got some status debuffing magic. So all around, she's a really well-rounded character. She's got, like I said, she's statted very similar to Sias with more wisdom. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time on Breath of Fire. Since I can find my keyboard to turn off the recording. There it is. Bye.